Hey everybody, it's Issa again, and I'm back with another quick video. Now, for this video, I wanted to talk about something that is a topic that everybody goes through and everybody kind of has to deal with, and it's not the easiest thing, but it's something that we have to go through and accept in our lives, and that is ourselves. Having self-confidence, being, secure in who you are, and being yourself ultimately is all you have to do in this life, is be yourself and stay true to who you are, and don't compromise that for anything in this world, because you are worth more. And I feel as though so many times we compromise ourselves to becoming who we think people want us to be, or who we think we want to be, and not actually listening to ourselves and doing what's comfortable for ourselves. So many people change for money, or change for a man or a woman, or change for work, or change for anything. And I'm not against change, but if it's not a change that's coming from you and something that you feel as though you really have to do, not for any outside source, but really just for you to do, to be feeling, so you can feel complete and happy. If that's what you're changing for, then perfect. But if you're changing for Instagram likes, or for money, or for a boatload of reasons of why people change, and it doesn't usually work out for that person, and they're going to continue to look for more changes that are not good for them, because life doesn't work that way. You have to accept yourself for who you are, and that doesn't mean that I'm against people changing. I want to make that clear. Or I'm against people doing things to improve their looks or anything like that. I'm definitely not against that, but you have to do that stuff for yourself. You cannot go through life trying to look for acceptance from other people who essentially don't matter. You're the one who was brought in this life by yourself. You the only one who can hear what you're thinking in your head, who can feel the feelings that you feel. You're the only one who knows what you're going through. And if you think that an outside source can make you happy, that's why most of the world is suffering now, because they're looking for something outside of themselves, and instead of looking inside of themselves. And that's what I think that is the most important thing for anybody who's on this life journey and wants to grow in self-development and really cares about where they're heading in their life, is to make sure that you always stay true to who you are. You don't have to be like her or him. You don't have to dress like her or him. You don't have to speak like her or him. You don't have to do any of those things, because that is not who you are. You will win by being who you are. I mean, we can look at the Cardi B's, we can look at, the Beyoncé's, the Rihanna's, we can look at everybody who's a celebrity or made, a high success where we can all see. And the reason why they succeeded was not because they were doing what everybody else was doing. They were doing what they felt they were doing. I mean, Rihanna was, a great artist. I was a fan from her from the beginning, but it wasn't until Good Girl Gone Bad came out and she let that out. She let her anger out. She let her fear out. She let herself be herself. And that was when everybody was paying attention, and everybody was like rallying behind that, because they can feel where she was coming from, because it was real. And when you realize that being yourself, you can find connections with other people, because you're being real, and that fake stuff does not cut it. That fake stuff does not work. I mean, we can take another example, Cardi B. She was on Instagram, and she was putting, her real life on Instagram. She didn't care if she had makeup on. She didn't care, if she was saying anything, if she looked crazy. She just was real, and that connects. You see that? Like, right now, it's not about having the most polished look. It's not about saying the most greatest thing. It's about being real. It's about being relatable. It's about you showing who you are and not being afraid, and that's how you win. And It's always been like that. You have to stay true to who you are. You don't need to follow the leader. You don't need to follow what's cool. You need to follow what you really think, because you are the only one who wants you to win. Nobody else cares about you the way that you should care about yourself. You should be number one, always. This is the time for you to be selfish, is when you deal with yourself, you have to be selfish. They say it to you when you're on the plane. Help yourself before you can help anybody else. You can't help anybody else. You can't look for other people to help you. You have to help yourself. You have to be true to yourself. It's always about self. And then from developing yourself, you're able to give to other people and help other people develop into themselves. So I think the number one thing in entrepreneurship is something that we can focus on, is ourselves. And that may seem selfish, but it's actually, the only way to do it. The only way to do it, the only way to do business, to become independent, to do anything, is that you have to take care of yourself and make sure that you're 100% right. And I remember, and I'm still on my journey of entrepreneurship. I'm still in my 20s, so this is still only the beginning for me. And I started my journey with caring about myself, looking into my health, looking into education and what I knew and what I didn't know and what I thought I knew, meditating and feeling who I am, and opening myself up enough where I can take in information and not be biased, and take in information where I can actually grow from it. And that's what's helped me to continue on my journey, and that's what's helped me to come up with more ideas and be more creative, is because I'm trusting myself, and I'm trusting the people that the universe has brought me closer to, because I trusted in myself. So it always starts with self. You have to take care of yourself. So if this is one thing that I can tell you guys, is on your journey of entrepreneurship, or on your journey for anything that you're doing in life, is to make sure that you're good. I hope that you guys don't take it as a selfish thing, but actually look at it as, this is a part of my life that I need to understand, and that is myself. And there's nothing bad about that, because I am the number one player. I'm player number one. I'm the only one playing my own game of life. So I have to make sure that I'm good, and I have to make sure that I know the rules, and I got to make sure that I know how to play, and I got to make sure that I'm protected. You can put it in so many metaphors, and you could think of it in so many ways, but it's the truth. I know I say a lot of things are important, but self-development and trusting yourself and having confidence in yourself and believing in yourself and knowing yourself is number one. Number one. That is the only way you can actually become successful, because you can make a lot of money and not be successful because you don't know who you are, and you can become a horrible person with a lot of money, because you don't know who you are. And I don't want that for anybody. I would rather figure out myself and take the steps to figure out myself, so then once I become successful, or once you already start taking care of yourself, you're automatically going to become successful, because you're taking care of number one. You're taking care of yourself. You become successful. You've made yourself successful. So, that's the best way, and I think that that's just it's just a great life lesson that I've learned, and I want to pass it on to as much people as I can. I suggest that people, read self-help books, think about your health, learn more about meditation, learn more about, who you are, what you like, what you don't like, write more, read more, be yourself, be alone more, think more, close yourself off to technology more, come up with ideas, write a story, paint, do something where you can be just yourself in, and see what you come up with in that. So I hope that this helps. I love doing videos like this, because they really inspire me as much as I hope to inspire you guys. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.